And obviously she's the funny one, I'm the serious one, but together we are the Delaney and Barone Show! So, I'll wait for it. We actually do a morning announcement show, and at some point, hopefully your kids will come home singing that too. But real quickly, before Ms. Gorman comes up, the shuttle stops are Highland Creek and James Martin. Highland Creek and James Martin this year. And also, I got a couple more staff members that walked in I want to point out to. Mr. Cherry is here today. He's one of our health teachers. Mr. Jameson is our health PE teacher. Mr. Ashley is a PE teacher and our athletic director. Mr. Carpenter is our CTE, is our computer skills teacher. I think I got everybody that walked in, right? So without further ado, I will hand the mic over to our IB coordinator, Ms. Gorman.
Do you want to tell them about sign-in?
Oh, the sign-in sheet too. Oh my God, I'm a mess today. Holy smokes. So the sign-in should actually work now. What I realized is I had something clicked that should have been clicked. Please pay attention to it. It's very case sensitive. So that is a capital P, and then it's 101 2016. Those are all digits at the end. So definitely give that a try. That should work now. Like I said, you don't have to do it right now. You can do it later this afternoon. Okay. Thank you, Ms. Griffin. All right, Ms. Gorman.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. I, like Ms. Delaney, started the same year as she did. I see some familiar faces out there as well, so it's good to see everyone back. Just off to the side. Being that we are the magnet school that we are, your child now has requirements that they have to continue in the program. So as a 6th grader, your child will have to complete 20 hours or more of community and service. And as a 7th grader, it goes up to 25 hours of community and service. And by the time they reach our 8th grade, they will be completing a community project, and we will help guide them through that as they go through Piedmont years. Additionally, your child will have to pass all their core classes in order to remain in our IB program. We have world language classes that will end up counting as high school credit. And so if they don't pass those, that impacts their later schooling. So we want to make sure that you're keeping up to date with how they're progressing in all of those classes. Health, PE, and all their encore classes as well. Everything counts here. It's not just math, just language arts. Every class that your child takes will need to be passed. So in addition to those things, you can always check on your child's progress through Power School. And Ms. Stone in Student Services is a good resource for you if you don't know how to log in. But that's also where our math teachers in 6th and 7th grade will be documenting the hours that your child submits as their community and service that they do. It will be in there as an exempt grade. So even though it might say 0% or 0 out of 20 completed, it doesn't count towards their grade. So don't be alarmed when you see that. It'll show up like a failing grade, but because the teacher clicks exempt, it's okay. Additionally, the 8th graders, they have project checkpoints, and the science teachers in the 8th grade take care of documenting that for us as well. So if you have any 8th grade parents in here, you can know that. The forms that your child will have to fill out for their community service documentation can be found in multiple places. One of those is on our website. One of them will be in their planner that they'll get at the start of the school year. Feel free to make copies on your own or print them out from the website. We also have some that will be in right outside student services in a little compartment that they can get anytime that they want. And oftentimes, because the math teachers collect the hours for the students, a lot of times they'll have some on hand as well. So they can get them in many different places, no excuses on that one. Anytime after June 10th, because that's when school ended this past school year, any hours that your child did that count for community service can be submitted. They have to fill out the form and get the proper supervisor signatures. Please pay very close attention to that, because you as the parent are not the supervisor. You are the parent signature on that line. The supervisor would be the community member that's being assisted, or the company, or the organization. And so we do check those. We do make phone calls. Sometimes we spot check. Sometimes there are red flags that just come up with some of them, like, is this valid? Were they really there? Hey, we were in school on that day. What do they mean they were out there doing community service? So we do check those. check them as well for accuracy, for the reflections that are going on, making sure that they're deep enough and qualified. Any hours that they might have earned over the summer will have to be turned in by the end of first quarter. And then each quarter after that, let's say somewhere between in October, they did hours. They can't turn those in June. They have to be turned in the quarter that they were accomplished in. Additionally, all hours will be due by the end of April. So I think it's April 28th is the date this year. So be sure you can check on Power School as often as possible. If you know your child should have turned it in, make sure the teachers documented it correctly or that they were actually approved. If you see some discrepancy, email the math teacher or ask your child, because honestly, I used to teach math for years here, and a lot of times they would just be sitting in the backpack. You're just sitting there waiting to get turned in. It might just need a little reminder from you at home. Okay, and with that,
Thank you, Ms. Gorman. And real quickly, before Mr. Smith comes up, I hate that I have to say this, but I say it every year. We do take this community service very seriously. And if those 20 hours aren't done, we do exit students. And it unfortunately happens every year. I don't know if people just don't think that we're going to follow up, or that, but we do. And Ms. Gorman will spend a good number of time actually following up on service too. If it doesn't seem right or if it's not appropriate, she will talk with the student, talk with the parent, talk with the supervisor, because it is something that we very, very, very much believe in. We do not only want our students to be strong academically, but we are creating global citizens. We want our students to give back to the world. So we take it very seriously. So again, hopefully nobody in this room will be in that situation, but do know if those hours aren't there, that's what would occur. All right, Mr. Smith is going to talk